Hello all and welcome back to MYP Masterclass for Biology. Today we will be exploring cells. First, let's explore cell theory. Cell theory consists of three statements that are true for all cells. The cell is the basic unit of life, all living things are made up of cells, and all cells come from pre-existing cells. There were many people that contributed to the creation of this theory, and the discoveries related to cells. First is Anton van Leeuwenhoek, who used his microscope to look at his dental scrapings and discovered small organisms resembling animals, which he named animalcules, which were actually bacteria. Also, Robert Hooke was the one to coin the term cell, because when looking at a piece of cork under a microscope, he saw things that resembled chambers, so he called them cells. Two other important contributors to cell theory were Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann. Schleiden stated that all plants are made up of cells, while Schwann discovered that all animals are made up of cells. Finally, Rudolf Virchow was the one to prove that all cells come from pre-existing cells. All these people, among others, played a vital role in the discoveries that shape our current understanding of cells and organisms. Another key thing to know for this topic is the characteristics of living things. All living things abide by these processes and characteristics, which you can remember using the acronym Mrs. Gren. M corresponds to movement, which means organisms can alter their place and position. In plants, this may be as minimal as a shifting towards the sun, while in other organisms, this movement may be more drastic. Next is respiration, more broadly, metabolism, and it refers to all chemical reactions that take place in the cell. For respiration, it is the conversion of glucose to ATP to generate energy for the cell. S stands for sensitivity, or response to stimuli, which means that the organism can respond to changes in its external environment. G refers to growth, which is the increase in size and/or amount of cells that make up an organism. The second R is for reproduction, which is the production of offspring, and this can be achieved either by asexual or sexual reproduction. E is for excretion, which is the removal of waste products from the cell. And finally, N is for nutrition, which is the production or intake of nutrients. And there are two types of organisms when it comes to nutrition: heterotrophs and autotrophs. Heterotrophs rely on external sources for nutrition, while autotrophs can produce their own nutrients, such as plants with photosynthesis. Understanding these basic characteristics of living things, we can now examine the two types of cells: prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells are cells that have no nucleus and no membrane-bound organelles. Bacteria are prokaryotic cells, and these types of cells have a particular set of organelles, which we will delve into later on. On the other hand, eukaryotic cells are cells that do have a nucleus and have membrane-bound organelles. Animal and plant cells are eukaryotic cells. Again, these cells have a different set of organelles than prokaryotes, which we will explore in detail in the next video. This is all for now. Thank you.